Hello everyone, it's Camilla, and we are going to be playing Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon today. So this one... Oh god, that's loud. Hang on. What was that? Go down to the volume. Turn that shit way down. Okay. Switch to this one. Hello. Okay, that looks like a vaguely normal volume as well. So, this is a game that I actually have played before, but I haven't played it in, we collectively haven't played it in over 15 years, 20. So, we're gonna do a playthrough of it. Let's start.
Welcome to my latest
Oh my
case,
god,
Last Train
Nancy.
to Blue Moon Canyon. To start...
Fuck, it's so loud. Why? Crank that shit down by 10 decibels here, and then in my ears, bring that down even further. Bring that down to like a 3.
Is junior or senior detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, click on tutorial.
I will be choosing Senior Detective because I am almost 32 years old.
Dear Hannah, here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy Boys. I just hope
Aren't they cute?
Another one of Lori's silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good. Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Gerard.
Hello?
First thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlene Purcell. I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci.
The Tino Balducci?
Famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend? Natalie?
Nancy Drew.
Whatever. Alright.
What is with the sound?
Well, Orange, Colorado.
The sound of him, them leaning and stuff is so much louder than Lori.
Owned this train because see, one day in 1903, his train, this train, was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
Actually, Lori screams! Exclamation point.
What the?
Yeah, the chair creak. Why is it so much louder than her?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Oh, brother. It's
Can can everyone fucking speak up, please?
I'll get to the bottom of this. Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your host of Spanish isn't in video?
Also, hello, Circus Reverie. Oh my god, finally.
Laurie Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind
What's with
of
that?
stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew.
Natalie.
We've actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
I played that game, so I don't know.
Nancy Drew.
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
At least she's honest.
Have you ever met Laurie's other guests before?
Psst! Nancy! Come here.
Excuse me for a second.
Hey, Nance.
Hi,
Where
boys.
have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again.
Why is his voice so deep?
Noises coming from inside.
Any idea what he was doing?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
What the hell is ATAC?
American
Huh?
Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever...
I'm obsessed with these
Hey,
outfits.
Nancy, what do you think?
I
Yeah.
kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
I feel like the character models look so much different from even just Danger by Design, which I think is the next game. Hello?
What do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
I just thought you might want to call the police or something.
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay?
Okay.
Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
Shouldn't you at least call the authorities?
It'll be my pleasure, just as soon as Miss Gerard orders me to.
But
Yeah,
Excuse me, I got me a train to run.
he doesn't get paid enough to deal with this. I think that's fine.
a square and a duck.
Where do... Oh, I should have my notebook out. So, just got finished with the speedathon, or not the speedathon, sorry, the speedrun relay race, which was a great time. I only won one of my 3 matchups, sadly. Listen, I'm gonna be the one to say it, but I'm also not gonna be the one to say it. But if my opponent for Carousel hadn't dropped out last minute because of a work emergency and I didn't get placed up against the
Sort of steam valve.
world record holder, oh, I'm sorry, not the world record holder, Dude Fax Machine.
Now would not be a good idea.
I probably would have won that one. But at least I kept Waverly competitive. That's all I need.
Sadie Crawford.
Okay. Dove. Square. Duck. Sadie Crawford. 2 left. Beat. Man, that opening scene was really funny. Everyone was so quiet.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
Noted. Corner. I feel like the heart of any good Nancy Drew game is solving a puzzle and not really understanding why you're solving it. Hang on. Does this look right? No. I think that looks the most correct. It's like almost there. I think this goes up here. And maybe these two switch corners? A.
Left pickaxe and lamp with buhl for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key? This must have been the sleeping car.
Tale of Two Dolls. Ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. I can't, I'm too tired, is what Alice said. I just want to go straight back to bed. Edna angrily tried to make herself heard, but all that came out was one two-part word. Why, I'm not your mother, yawning Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. Yawning Alice, Terrible, Edna, right. Noted. Checkaroonie.
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Start. Is this the game where there's like a 1 in
Hey, come on over here.
10 chance that you can see a
How you
ghost?
doing? John Gray.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've seen your TV show.
Then I don't have to explain what I'm doing.
Oh, heck no. Why, you're measuring the whoozy whatsism with your trusty gizmometrometer thing.
So true.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Laurie's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Laurie's whereabouts.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Laurie?
Yeah.
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
That's a little hard to swallow.
It's all very scientific. But the fact is, Laurie's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to
Yeah,
find her.
very scientific. The psychic powers.
Forgetting. make me think she could be in serious trouble.
Or she might be low on B3.
Charlena Purcell thinks Lori is just playing some kind of joke on us.
Nothing that some peanut butter on a slice of whole wheat toast can't fix.
End of comment.
Is Lori a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she doesn't have any friends.
Owned.
Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe you can be too rich after all.
What do you think of Tino Balducci?
Oh, I've got cat hair in my eye.
After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
Alright, have fun with your who's a what's it's.
Come back anytime.
This looks like some sort of game. Darn.
Oh.
Darn.
High octane action.
I did it! Wonder what's in here.
Oh, Camptown Races. I guess we will have to play the... Oh.
What shall I play?
I do have a suggestion. Oh. It just gives it to you here, okay. Oh, whoops, sorry, man.
Don't do that, please. Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. You just about took out my eardrums.
You could have said something while you saw me.
Thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, when the old haunted train has old stim toys. Oh.
I wonder what's under here. And what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts. Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to... Thomasina O'Neill.
Thomasina O'Neill. Blue ribbon? I do remember there is a doll puzzle.
It's locked. Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between...
Oh, Sadie, thank you for the raid. And hello, Steve, yeah. I jumped right into the next game, or a different game. Hello, Clue Crew. I've been vaguely planning doing the, multiple game RNG run at some point, so I've been casually playing through all those games.
Hey, George, what's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch
Hey,
of
great job to the two Ruthers, for the relay race.
Just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's the one who insisted we call
Yeah, keeping the party going. I'm gonna be here.
I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she has...
The relay race was a lot of fun.
What do you think Laurie Gerard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I couldn't care less what Laurie Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya? Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair.
After party,
Sorry.
it's...
You know, actually, that looks kind of cool. Nice try, Bess. No, really. You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself. George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
I'll talk to you guys
I
later.
don't really feel like talking to Bess and George right now. I love them, but I'm doing things. Oh, wait, hang on.
Hey, Nancy, right?
You've got a better memory than our hostess.
Who
I'll
doesn't?
play Nancy as just
Yeah,
like a
what's your
little bit
detective, huh?
bitchy.
Thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
You mean become?
Is this totally blind or not?
No, I never have.
It's
It's
like
a great job, you know.
half
I
blind.
loved it.
I played this game
about those bank robberies
once
I saw.
20 years ago and haven't watched much of
Yes, I sure did.
much speedrun
Case.
from it,
Two-man
or
team
of
with
it rather.
17 banks in 3 states in 5 days? FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting
So
them
like I
with
remember that there's a doll puzzle, I remember that there's like a weight puzzle and you need like gems,
I
but
heard this about because
oh, and that you
recommended them.
you play like Plinko at
You
one
were
point.
wrong. You see, Nancy, when
Pachinko?
somebody does something
Either
really
way.
remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear him down.
Oh no, he's a libertarian.
Late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous.
Also, thank you for the follow.
Lots of references
Arcane
to
Irony,
Jake's
Panda
brother,
Hugs,
Jake's
It's
brother,
Me, Space
George.
Jam, and Kelsey Nell.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Do you think it had anything to do with Lori's disappearance?
Nah, probably been lying there for
Nah.
100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
May I see it?
Sure, in fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you.
The Tino Balducci?
Oh,
Wow.
thank you.
What else can I do for you?
I really
Hope I didn't take up too
love
much of your time.
how sarcastic Nancy is. Okay, what have we got here? Periodic table. Gemstones and how to identify them. I've seen Steven Universe. I know how to do that. Meal with Hagar Anderson and Chantelet Hildegard. Okay.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked.
Noted. It's got silver written on it.
J.H. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia.
Always cool to have an insignia. Oh. Okay. Like that. Maybe like that. That, and then that goes up. Need something here, like, yeah, like that maybe. Okay.
There.
There we go.
All done.
Oh, that was fun.
Another gemstone.
I think that's Tiger's Eye. Just at a glance, why can I? There we go.
Eliza
I'm
Sam.
going to say, why can I look at that couch? Mail called this one Eliza Sandberger. Ooh, Krollmeister. Received of Jake Hurley for the price of $3.73. One Kromeister doll with decorative red ribbon on this 16th day of June, 1880. Let's see how much that is now. That's, what was it, $3.73? 1880. That is $116.16 today, with inflation. Eliza. Red ribbon. And nothing else. American Girl status confirmed.
Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. Those
We were big
I saw in that sampler.
American Girl fans as kids too. Okay. Okay, we need Owl and Cherry for that door. Let's see. Oh, this is the one with the numbers, okay. No. Don't pull the emergency brake. That's not wise.
Yes?
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
The others on the train, John Gray and...
I need to stop touching my eyes. I've got hair in them.
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before.
Oh, needless to say, she doesn't watch television.
If you can call it that,
Needless to
is
say.
rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives.
Thank you.
Is that all, dear?
I'll touch bases.
We'll talk later.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
Eagle?
Looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it. An eagle. Where else have I seen an eagle?
Okay, noted.
It looks like this thing opens up, but how?
Okay.
What have you got?
Do you think maybe one of Lori's other guests is in?
Don't really want to ask this necessarily, but
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Lori disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Talk to you
I
later.
should probably move the chat over to the big blank area I have right here when not doing speedruns, but that would require making a new scene. It's a lot of work. That could take 1, maybe 2 minutes of... There is an eagle, too. So I need to find... Oh! Ha!
The Little Book of Samplers.
Okay. I don't know why we would need to know that a duck means marital fidelity. Not sure that has anything to do with the puzzle, but actually I think I need to go back here. No. Okay. 7 minus 3. Oh,
That
okay.
square and that duck look very familiar.
Whatever. I got this open, so... Next. Oh, I can turn here, okay. Could be so upset something that befell a doll, I accidentally knocked the one Camille calls naughty Tina off the shelf and literally, I'm afraid fractured its tiny skull despite my heartfelt apologies. Camille burst into tears at the sight of the crack which now traverses naughty Tina's face. Tears which continued unabated for hours. God, I wonder why. I told her I'd order her another as soon as we reach Copper Gorge. Ooh.
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp.
Oh, thank God, Thirsty knows.
Amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones, I think. Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, and yellow. Noted. Hey. Some sort of crab.
According to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones, this is where a gemstone goes. Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
Interesting. Ah, this is the RNG element. Ah. Ah. I literally just keep forgetting. There we go.
Lori?
Oh my gosh!
Found her.
I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
It's Natalie.
Nancy. Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
That's
So
fun.
it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside.
Oh, she actually reads her books.
That everybody had just
Charlene.
forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally here we
Back
are,
permits?
on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
Why do you need a train to find out what happened to him?
Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except
So she's supposed to be Paris Hilton?
it's a letter that Jake wrote in 1909
Is that the bit?
to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me.
Oh, I didn't even have to grab it.
Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is,
Okay, is this the game that I've heard that there's like a 1 in 10 chance that if you walk past a window, you will see a ghost?
mostly because I found that letter in the
Is that real?
wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
What about the other people you invited on this trip?
If you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
Parties are nice.
You know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Hardy. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show, and I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train.
And he did.
Someone has finally found me. I can finally go meet him for real.
What about...
I like these paintings back there.
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving
Ooh, and the
those robberies.
pillows?
Inviting
Beautiful.
him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And those piercing eyes of his, you just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. No, sure,
Well,
for
you
sure.
know Charlena Purcell.
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon Tells No Lies. See, what I'd really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it.
Everybody needs a dream.
A while back, I sent Charlena some ideas, you know, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
I'll come back later.
You go, girl.
Yeah, at least she was honest.
Locked, naturally. Wonder how you open it. Wonder how you're supposed to get this open. Looks like a dance floor, maybe?
Oh, this is the one with the dancing puzzle. Okay.
I bet I know what this is for.
Oh, hey. Alright, well. We'll come back to there. So now we have a slug. New slug just dropped. Okay. How do I get duck now? Alright, well, let's go open that, grate. Was it here?
That tool I saw in the
Yes.
caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
Oh. One of these puzzles. Oh. This one. And this one turns that one. There we go.
More pipes to connect.
Oh, okay. So green ones connect individually, blue all move together, red all move together. And
Here we
done.
go.
Easy. What, like it's supposed to be hard? Owl is 7, eagle is 2. Duck is 1. Square is 4. Okay. Eagle. Go birds. 2. Duck. 1. Square. 4. Good to know. Okay, now that I know that, I think I can get duck square and such. 8. That's 1. Plus 4. Okay. Okay, hang on. Four. Shouldn't that be 1? And how do I get the duck? Unclear. I can probably get the eagle though, right? I could have sworn I had a 1 slug. But I guess I was wrong. The eagle not 2? Maybe it's plus 2. Or do you have to get everything else first? Like maybe I have to unlock duck square to get eagle.
Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new, it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
Sickly Sarah. Two color eyes. I forget what that's called, even though we've played Detroit Become Human for 60 hours and we should know that.
What's up?
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Me?
Listen, I've been told my vibes are awful. I've been eating the peanut butter on the toast.
Or soon will be.
The niacin will fix itself.
No offense, but I don't believe you.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye.
So I guess at some point I have to get him out of the room so that I can play the piano. Heterochromia, thank you. Trying to decide if I feel the emergency brake is exclusively bait for you to
Hey, Nancy.
game over yourself,
Your cat Grin.
You found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose.
or if I will actually have to use it.
Finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Nope,
Joe,
bye.
pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
Stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer. Found a diagram of some contraption. Let's go with the
It stands to
engineer
reason
one.
that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer.
I don't think that's true, but that's fine.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
If the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Why?
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. I found a diagram.
Why would she
of some
know?
kind of contraption that Jake
Isn't she a romance
To
author?
operate it, you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her!
Show her what?
That old picture we found!
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta
Okay.
be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that.
I know we'll find it,
So let's
but
just hope for the
I feel
best.
like it's long gone.
See you soon.
Sounds good.
Do you think I connected all the pipes? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Just turn that off. The answer was no.
Engineer, this better be Miss Gerard.
Well, actually,
Forget it.
Okay. Ooh. Flippy fins, fresh from a hard day, fresh from a hand from the deep. Okay. Cool. Sometimes the dyslexia gets to me.
Don't worry, she's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year after they were married.
When did he buy
F in
this
chat for
train?
Camille.
Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
So he went west and became a miner?
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He
Okay.
refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere. Although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated, and its location quite...
Why does she know so much?
Did you know that Lori wants to be a romance
Did I miss that?
novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
Do you think she could do it?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If
I
you
like your little
ask
brooch.
me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log onto my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd be great, thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
Well, I'll let you...
Genuinely, yeah.
My publisher thanks you.
No, I wanted to go this way. Just walk up and down the train until I find something. Nope. Spoke to him. Let's talk to the Tino Balducci.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
I won't tell him about the slug.
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her
I
first,
want it back.
which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat, but I
Oh yeah, of course.
want to give somebody else a shot. And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley in his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
This is
What do
true.
you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail.
Alright.
Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Good to know.
Had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
What about John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but...
Didn't have to say that.
She seems to have a thing for your eyes.
Yeah, she always told me they were... I mean, she told me once that she thought...
Always.
Brown.
You've been a big help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
That's nice of him.
Wonder what Jake used this for.
Okay. And I already did those pipes, I'm pretty sure.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
The question is, did some bug
Operating like spirits.
or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
What did the engineer say?
He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
Yeah.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see a bald.
W Joe.
Catch you later.
Alright. Let's talk to the Tino Balducci. Just real quick. Nope, wrong guy.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
That's right. You can read it if you want.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here.
Well,
Let me take a look.
she didn't. Like, what do you want me to say?
Sure.
Like this animation.
Enough. 2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in Pandora in the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Lori says she found this letter in a wastebag.
Where it belongs.
Exactly where it belongs.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this.
Slug?
Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the break? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can ya?
Who else have you told about this?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You? I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Thanks for your
Okay, noted.
Anything for a fellow detective.
He says the word fellow so wetly. Well, I can't even do it. He's got like a little bit of like bitter mucus in there.
What's up?
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Have you been in this room the whole time you've been on the train?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
It's so tempting.
To the rumor that your show's about to be canceled?
Newsflash. My show was canceled.
Ooh.
It happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got some?
Why would I not want to take a look at it?
Some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
Yeah, time-lapse photo.
That's cool.
Definitely wouldn't just do that if lights went past it.
Ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit, if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
Technology, yeah. That looked like it was on a Polaroid too? I've never seen a Polaroid camera that can do long exposures. Like longer than like a second. What did he give me? Nothing. Okay.
Is this Jake and his wife?
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in death, apparently. Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the windows at night, bobbing gracefully alongside the train as if dancing with it. He said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
I do think that's cute.
More questions?
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
No, I can't.
Theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr.
Why
Gray.
do you highly doubt it was Lori?
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
Were you able to find the name of
I
Jake?
mean, I guess I can't argue with
I
that.
came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Laurie release me from all the silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller. Although I highly doubt it.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
That would be nice.
Nancy, you missed it.
Mr.
Good.
What?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's
Her
exaggerating.
laptop is so disproportionate. Trackpad versus keyboard. That is so true.
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So,
She's got like a tablet on it.
arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
Yep, always right here, doing nothing.
More questions?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Laurie and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Oh, she hit me
Actually,
with
it's Brenda and
tacky.
Jim Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline that Laurie submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received
Ooh.
compensation for it. She's reading the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
I mean, understandably, if she has...
Ideas?
She had no
Oh,
business.
that
sending
is
me
a
this,
real big trackpad area.
But technically,
And the trackpad itself is so small. What is she doing?
and I'm certainly not about to admit anything, and it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Laurie in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
Well, I'll let you go.
My publisher thanks you.
Okay. Cannot deny she is blonde. Hello, Red Seraph. Thank you. I felt very good about my runs today. Even though one of my matchups I did lose, I still PB'd, and that feels good. Oh, but Danger by Design. Second place on the leaderboard. Ah, the second they highlight that, I'm submitting it. I think running Waverly and Haunted Carousel just kind of gave me new appreciation for Danger by Design. I don't know why, I guess. It's just, I like it a lot. I think the game's bad, but I do like it.
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
So it's...
You just told me,
We
baby.
went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train but Camille. She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's
Why?
going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
Did you see something?
Well, no. But I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille, too.
He
just
does.
doesn't have the guts to say so.
Bye.
I started trying every game in the series, and it really highlights to me just how much I liked the story setup for the first game I played. Yeah, it really that tracks to me. What's that? Almost looks like a little stuffed animal. Also, I must have already opened that. Ask Tino why they broke up, I
What's going
guess.
on?
How How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
I'm a detective. You know how it is.
Appeal to his detective side.
Dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
Guess I'll just have to go talk to Lori again.
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke.
Tino.
Seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
But you didn't stop caring.
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Noted. Anything to say here?
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture, and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two...
The opening cutscene of this game, I don't know if this is normal, but the dialogue was so quiet, but like the creaking of chairs and the typing and the train noises were so loud, they drowned out the dialogue.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Thanks for the chat.
Take care.
Hey, how's it
What
going?
have you got, boys?
Tino found one of John Gray's thermometers by the emergency brake handle and is getting ready to throw the book at him.
John Gray through the emergency brake?
Well, we don't know
Who's
that.
that?
That was my first question, which makes me wonder if maybe Tino's the one who's up to something.
Mm-hmm.
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with your drift.
All right, all right.
They are very much
She
brothers.
wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wants you to do all the legwork so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a thing, Nance.
Unless it's to get lost.
Talk to you later.
Sounds good.
Well, I mean, let's keep walking around the train.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
That last one sounds questionable.
That does make the story a little more interesting. She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
How do you think Jake...
I don't think your ideas are that
down
good.
on the train in the middle of nowhere?
My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
You don't know that.
Places with you later.
That would be nice.
Maybe it was a young man in the prime of his life. Okay, you can't look at the pictures. Sleeping car. I guess go back and talk to Tino and Lori?
I can't stay mad at a fellow detective. What do you need?
You've been a big help.
Don't mention it.
wonder what's supposed to go here.
Hmm. Oh.
If I had a lamp, this is where I'd put it. Jake said a spyglass goes here.
Alright, time to talk to Lori. Anything here that we haven't seen?
Before you say anything, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
For what?
Tino came to see me. He said you'd made him realize what a jerk he'd been for dumping
Oh.
me, and then he asked me out. Isn't that great? He said he doesn't care what anybody else
I
thinks.
kind of like
He
Tino.
thinks we make the perfect couple.
Well, I can't argue with him there.
So what do you want?
We'll talk some more later.
You go, girl.
Okay, well, one mystery solved. Hmm. 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 Is there a queue? Can I see quartz almost? Oh, well, no, I see citrine, but not like in a row. Hmm. Bread. Okay, we will learn more later, I suppose. I really don't feel like I have the right slugs for this. Or... And the duck is 1, right? Shouldn't this work? I don't get it. Anything from the Tino Balducci?
Thanks for your help.
Not a problem.
Oh, wait, silver is... what? Hang on. It just occurred to me that the box is silver on it and has colors. And there was that note that said, like, silver is... Oh, I wish I knew where that was. I should have written it down. Or... Oh, that's it. O-G... Oh, sorry. O-B-G-Y-N? No, R-P-Y. Okay. Also, sorry if you can hear, any sort of, like, humming in the background. My wife is taking a shower, I guess, and the pipes hum sometimes. Orange. Blue. Green. Red. Purple. Yellow. Hey. Oh, okay.
Wilson Carbide and Acetylene Works.
Dear Jake, I've sent you 2 lamps, which you should receive by the end of the month. When you get them, simply place carbide in the lower chamber, water in the upper chamber, then use the built-in flint lighter to ignite the jet of gas which results. As you'll see, the carbide lamp is an exceedingly practical device, especially for people in your dark and dangerous line of work. Would that you or I had invented it. In your last letter, you sounded quite despondent, old chum. I suppose this is understandable in view of your failure to strike it rich. But I am living proof of how quickly misfortune can turn into good fortune. Little did I suspect 5 years ago that my attempt to produce aluminum would instead produce calcium carbide, or that calcium carbide, when placed in water, would release acetylene. Acetylene? Yet suddenly, I was the surprised but happy owner of the patent for an inexpensive way of manufacturing extremely flammable gas. Just as I became wealthy when I had sold that patent, I've no doubt that you two will someday be handsomely
Friend Thomas Wilson.
rewarded for your efforts. Continue to keep me appraised of your adventures, dear friend, and never ever give up. Never game over. May the lamps I sent you soon light your way to the gold you seek. Always your friend, Thomas Wilson.
Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I'd better keep this.
Okay. Oh. That lamp was rattling. Yeah, you can definitely hear the pipes right now. My apologies. I think the dancing was in Lori's car. Can't have it up at the same time. So, up 1, 2. 3, 4. Oh, come on. That's such a pain in the ass. Come on. Okay. It's a grid of 5 by 4. 1, 2, 5. Okay. So let's start here. 1. Is this also a first time through playthrough? Basically, the last time I played this game was 20 years ago, and I remember elements of it, but not much. R. Seems like a kind of convoluted dance. Okay, I think I maybe got it. Me and Mookie Takes Manhattan. If I ever end up playing it again on a computer. What is Mookie Takes Manhattan? Let's go. It's a weird CD-ROM that we had when I was a child. Nominally Edutainment. Ooh, gem.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
I think that was some type of topaz. Okay, that's... Hi. Okay, but what order do I put the dolls in? That one is the one with the ribbon. You're Ursula, I think. Still don't know how to open that. It was just like, what if Monster existed in Manhattan and we were tourists there too and went on Monster David Letterman? Oh.
Yes?
David Monsterman.
More later.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, so what is the order of the dolls? Is it just like alphabetical order? Like, but each of them have like they have two names. Do I have anything I haven't looked at, really?
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado.
Probably should read this.
Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mind before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find, to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you, words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her, and heard her, and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
Okay, noted. So is give the dolls an order? Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wear the shoes as you perform her favorite step.
Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Thank you. Solve your puzzle for me. There, I gave them an order.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is...
Give them no context.
But to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone.
That will not help in 2004.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint. Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the walls. Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone and we'll get right on it.
Ah, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
Catch you later.
Remember,
They don't need to know any of this. Except you won't actually give me hints because I'm on senior detective. 4x4 pixels is a great representation of reality. It's so true. If I call right away, will they know?
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me. Got the name of those dancing shoes yet?
Still working on it.
Noted.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Well, George, back to work.
That must
Okay.
be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Yes. We're trucking along. Probably would have helped if I read that way earlier.
What's going on?
You've been a big help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
What's up?
I'll let you get back to work.
It felt good in the race today with Danger by Design specifically to feel like all of my work had paid off. Been playing that game for almost 3 years. And I got like, what, 10 minutes ahead? Felt great. Thank you for the props.
Questions?
Well, I'll let you go.
That would be nice.
Hey, how's it going?
See you later.
I like speedrunning. I think it's fun. I feel like I need like an additional lead slug that I just don't have. Got that name now?
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command. But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyan. CHAUSSETTES. CHATOYANTES. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chateauyan. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
Okay, each doll has 2 names, so we need to put it into the order of Chaussette's Chantillon.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Let us know what
Chantillon? The shoes. Okay, so this is Sadie Crawford, SC, who has 2 left feet. Ooh, and I forget what, You're awful Ursula, the one in red hair. Did I write that down? Red hair. Eliza something has a red ribbon. What is this?
Everhart.
Eddie Eberhardt. Okay. Eddie Eberhardt. I love you.
It's locked.
Thomasina O'Neill. I might be able to do this as is, just through trial and error. What was this one? Eliza Sandberger. This is a fun puzzle. I really like this puzzle. Okay, so we need a CH. I do not know a CH. AU is Awful Ursula, who has the red hair. You go here. Next is SS. Sickly Sarah has 2 different colored eyes. No. You. I forget which one he said that he absolutely cracked. Hang on, let me see if that stays. It does not stay. Good to know. Naughty Tina. Naughty Tina has a crack. Okay. You go here. You have the 2 eyes? Yeah. We need an ET. Phone home. ET and then TE. TE is Terrible Edna, who is crying. You have a red ribbon. You are a boy. No, you're absolutely cracked. Maybe. Red ribbon, or blue ribbon rather. He's yawning. You have 2 left feet. So you have to be the crying one. SC. Sadie Crawford has 2 left feet. HA is one of the boys. I don't know which one. Hagar? You seem more like a Hagar to me. T.O. Thomasina O'Neill. Y.A. Yawning Alice. N.T. Naughty Tina with the crack. E.S. Eliza Sandberger, red ribbon. Teddy Eberhardt. Teddy Eberhardt. There are two TEs? Terrible Edna and Teddy Eberhardt? There can't be two E's. It's TE and then ET. Well, I only have 3 that I'm not sure of the placement of. There's only 6 combinations, so this one doesn't work. Switch the boys. That might... it might be all the combinations. Shoot. Okay. Wish I had written all of those down instead of just some of them. Let's see. That's a blueprint that I took. That's the thing with the lock. Okay. Oh, hey.
Camille with Hager Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard.
Okay. Chantilly. Hildegard. Braids. Plus... dress. They all wear dresses, but whatever. And then Hagar, Anderson, suspenders. I mean, that should be enough, right? I only didn't know 3 of them, I think. Okay, CH. Chantilly Hildegard. You go there. Yeah. AU is Awful Ursula. You go here. SS is Sickly Sarah. You have 2 different colored eyes, and you go here. ET is somebody I don't know, so it's probably this boy. EE is Terrible Edna who cries. SC is Sadie Crawford with 2 left feet. HA is Hagar Anderson with the suspenders. Good. TO is Thomasina O'Neill with the blue ribbon. YA is Yawning Alice. Yawning. NT is Naughty Tina, who's absolutely cracked. And then ES is Liza Sandberger, red ribbon. Where do you fit? Thank you. Interesting. Is that the only other thing in here? Yeah, I do like the train transition clips. I think they look nice. Okay. We solved the doll puzzle. And now we have slugs. So we might be able to do like the eagle and or the like stove. I got 4. And then yeah. This way and then this way. No. No. Okay, hang on. I think I want to get it to +4. Well, -4 works too. And then if we add okay, so the number of coins that you have on there changes. We have 1. Will this change it from square? Yes, it will. Okay, hang on. So I need to make it so it's 4, and then I can add just 1 more to make it 1. Okay. Okay, 8 minus 3 minus 1. Minus 2? No, that doesn't work. Minus 7. Okay. 7 minus 3. 4. Minus 8 is -4. I'm stuck again. I need to do that, but that doesn't do it. So close, so close. Hang on. Ten. Four. Minus 3 is 1. There we go.
Look, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
And then we don't have 2 more coins, so we can't do the eagle yet. Okay, I've gotten it, I've gotten it. You know what? I should save. Stove open.
James Thurston.
I I hereby agree to pay James Thurston the sum of $9 a week, plus room and board, in return for his services as the engineer of my train. That is like $500 a week back then? Or like the equivalent? It's hard to say.
Hey, how's it going?
I think I know the name of
Okay.
Jack Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
We're getting somewhere.
Great. What else do you know about him?
He made $9 a week.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, because we did the math earlier, and like $3.16 or whatever he paid for the doll was $116. So 9 is like 3 times that. That's right. I know math.
More questions?
I should get going.
Brains and beauty.
Be nice.
What, Archer? Are you meowing over there? Are you hungry even though you literally just ate your midnight snack?
What's up?
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
What's going on?
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Not a problem.
So, whoops. Unsure what we do now. I think I've sort of solved all the puzzles I can solve right now.
Yes?
Bye.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
Still don't know this. It's so close to spelling citrine right here. It's driving me crazy. I know I'm probably just caught up on the wrong thing altogether. Do you think I can start grabbing gems? Because now I've read the letter and I know I need them, right? I can, okay.
What's going on?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Excuse me. How do I get him out of here? Because I want to play the piano.
More questions?
I should get going.
That would be nice.
Ugh, the point in every Nancy Drew game where I'm just walking around trying things on things.
Engineer,
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. I talked to you before, very briefly.
you're not the one who pulled the emergency.
Oh
brake,
shit.
are ya?
Hang on.
No.
Good. Because if you were, I'd have to come back there and throttle you. Old as this train is, it's a wonder it stayed on the tracks.
Is there any way that brake could have been activated?
Yeah, classic point and click.
Pull on the handle, the wheels lock. You don't pull on the handle, they don't lock. Did somebody pull on the handle by mistake? I guess it's possible, but if you ask me, anybody that stupid has no business being on a train, or anywhere else for that matter. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get back to work.
Okay. Maybe that's the thing I needed. Now I can go tell that to the Hardy Boys.
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more.
That would have cost you a fortune back then.
Right.
Oh, hey! We did it. Look at those cows. Going through Iowa, Nebraska, Colorado. Isn't that true? Oh, are you crinkling some paper and stuff? Classic crinkling. What did Matt send me? Oh, Matt says they like the body wash I picked them. That's good.
Hey there! Welcome to Buell's Old
Oh, it's
Time
her.
Taffy House. Come on over here. Welcome, stranger. Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out
Oh,
yonder?
don't rub against the
Matter of
microphone,
fact,
maybe?
yes, I did.
There's a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
Hot dang if that don't beat
Take
all
a closer look at
every
that
single book
snout.
that gal's ever written. Best writer whatever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlena Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the same air as me. Hot dang!
You're mostly breathing your own air in that suit.
Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
So, this is some kind of museum?
Why, it's the best kind of museum, sister.
Laying down?
It's free.
No?
You can gape and gawk and ooh and ah to your heart's content. Least you can till I close up.
Are you Buell?
Do I sound like a Buell to you?
Sorry, the costume kind of, threw me off.
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing this thing. Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced...
1880s.
So the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was
Ain't that just the way?
stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams, is what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, he passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourism.
Not going to say, don't, no offense, but you're not attracting many tourists.
Just love taffy.
Why am I gonna walk into this woman's business and just insult her?
Of course, it ain't really free. Some taffy on a stick'll cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter is they're free. Less you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that, and you'll
Artifacts.
be head first in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley, he was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here.
Mm.
Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q,
I'm Camilla.
don't touch.
Pleasure talking to you.
Ditto, little
Susie Q is someone else. Ooh, so many
Just like the
things.
insignia I saw on the train. I'll bet this was Jake's trunk.
You ain't touching anything over there, are you, mister?
No.
I'd better go ask permission before I mess with this.
Oh, that's a bat. Neat. Effie. Yeti Crossing. And obviously I'm going to pick red because that is my color. I think I also remember somebody saying red has the best odds of winning. Oh, go red, go red, go red! And that's why we pick red. That's fun. Deeply in favor of the color as an unbiased chatter. Thank you. Damn. Can I just, like, fire as many balls as possible? And will that do it? It doesn't look like... Oh, that was a lot in a row that ended up... No, it seems like that mostly just fucks me. Yeah. So I ideally want donkeys, because donkeys make me go forward, and ooh, I'm on a roll. Dynamite makes the other guy go backwards. Cool.
Looks like to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens. Can't get anything without a token.
You still here?
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh no, of course not.
No.
Contain the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin. And he went to junior college.
Junior college?
Have I tried to open it?
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, you know...
This is the woman
Sorry, not gonna happen, little missy.
in Pont Neuf
Unless...
that goes, "Bonjour, mademoiselle."
You get Charlena Purcell to come in here so's I can
I
shake
hear
her
it.
hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
But Charlena is very busy. What if she won't come?
Then I guess you'll just be out of luck.
No, actually, you will be.
Now, how do you figure that?
Well, if you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way.
You know, here new things come and new things go all the time.
Autograph? Well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay. Make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career. Do you really want to risk ruining Charlena Purcell's career?
Good heavens, of course not.
What is it? Where are these magazines? Snootsonian?
Autograph, and you got a deal.
Bootneck?
Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is...
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be right back.
Yep.
More questions?
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you can borrow a pen from somebody.
Okay. Nancy Drew developers obviously thought there needed to be one more step to this puzzle. Drag out another 15 minutes from the gamers.
What's up?
I really, really need a pen. Could I borrow one from you?
Sorry.
Well, catch you later.
Take care.
What's going on?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
I have
Actually,
a
I carry
pencil.
a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. Tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than
2 more
I
steps.
played it, which shouldn't be that hard seeing as how smart you are, I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Thank you for calling me
Sounds
smart.
good to me.
Okay, the object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore. Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
Easy peasy. No, I don't want to do that. Well, no, I can do that because I can do this. That strands that one, though. Hmm. 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 No, I fucked it.
You lost. Guess you're not so smart after all. Try again.
Well, sure.
Yes, Archer. Are you telling me how hungry you are? Are you telling the people that you haven't been fed in eons? And you don't even know how long that is.
You lost
Okay.
again. One more time.
Well, sure.
Yeah? What are you saying over there? What lies and slander are you saying about your mother? Yeah, is that true? I know you guys can't hear him, but he's meowing. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Ah, this is 5.
You lost again. One more time.
Well, sure.
I know I'm stranding lizards, but like... There we go.
I did it!
Let's go.
Talk about luck. Here's your pen. What else can I do for you?
Thanks for your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
How fun.
Have you found a pen so I can
A
autograph?
cold, cruel world out there, but at least there are leaping lizards.
If you could have it say to Fatima, that'd be great.
There you go. Anything else?
It's a terrible photo of her.
Back to your writing.
All right then.
She's like trying to do a smolder, but it's just not working for her.
Hey, Nancy.
Oh, hello.
There you are. We've been looking for you.
Yeah, you won't believe the lucky break we caught.
Lucky break? Hey, that was the result of good old-fashioned detective work.
It was the result of your insisting we stop for a cheeseburger.
Guys, what's going on?
Well, it turns out
Oh my
that
God,
the
there we go.
grandchild of Jake's engineer still lives around here.
What's more, he hangs out at the local diner. Comes in every day.
Apparently, he's pretty ancient.
Ah, and you found that out when you
Whoops, I meant
so
to
Joe could get a
Hey, did you talk to him?
Cheeseburger.
The thing is,
Oh,
the owner of the diner wouldn't agree to point the guy out unless
Weird.
one of us fills in for a short order cook.
He's got to go home and wait for the cable guy or something.
And since Joe here barely knows how to boil water, guess who got the job?
These are both really funny options.
Way to go, Joe.
Hey, I can boil water. It's just that when it's got things floating in it, I get confused.
Speaking of confused, get this.
Hi, Archie.
Balducci convinced Lori that Jake's mine is somewhere right here in Copper Gorge, so he, Lori, and John Gray are hiking up the mountain out there even as we speak.
Like
Oh, nice.
Bumblebrain's gonna find anything.
Sounds like now might be a good time
Ooh,
for
yes.
some serious poking
I
around.
can go play the piano.
Good thought.
Hey, I better get going. Wish me luck.
I'll go with you. You can make me a cheeseburger.
Okay, Fatima.
Got that autograph?
Got something better, an autographed picture.
Hot dang! She spelled my name right and everything. Go ahead, little missy. Have a go at that trunk.
This is
Whatever
much better than
It's all yours.
Nancy, encouraging JJ Stalker. I don't know what's in this. Let's see. Probably something from, like, the train.
Here we go. Welcome back.
It was fun talking to you.
Ditto, little missy.
Oh, there it is. She hung it up. That's cute. Hi, Archie. Excuse me. Okay, let's investigate John's room first so we can play the piano. And then I guess Tino and Lori's rooms. Okay. Okay.
A spyglass. I'll bet it's the one I need for Jake's projector.
Nice. Can't mess with any of his stuff. Got that.
It's locked.
Okay. Okay, I will take some carbide. Ooh. many gems do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. Might as well put the spyglass in now, right?
This goes here.
Oh. I thought you went mountain climbing.
I hear Tino took you and John on a trek to Jake's mine.
Jake's mine, my eye. We went tramping through the snow, lugging all this equipment John insisted on bringing, and where do we end up? At this teeny tiny, half-rotten, tumble-down outhouse.
He led you to an outhouse?
Well, he said it was the opening to a mine shaft, but then John said if it was, shouldn't the hole be going into the mountain instead of just down? So they stood there arguing until Tino finally grabbed a shovel, went
Oh my
inside,
God.
and started digging. What he found was definitely not.
What did John say?
What are these men doing?
Tino a moron, and a whole lot of other things I'd rather not repeat.
We'll talk some more later.
You go, girl.
Alright, well, good to know. I guess they're both getting cleaned now?
More questions?
You didn't go on Tino's expedition to Jake's mine?
Please. The man barely knows where his head is. If he's the one who finds that mine, I'll eat my laptop.
Trackpad and all.
All right, then.
Okay.
Something tells me I better not go in there without permission.
Do you think the password is just the same? It's just orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow? No. The bat is interesting. Does the bat mean anything on the samplers? Oh, he's back. There is no bat. Yeah.
What's up?
I hear Tino took you and Lori for a little hike today.
Don't remind me. Turns out Tino had no idea where he was going. Good thing for him, my fingers were frozen stiff. Otherwise, I would have strangled him.
I won't keep you any longer.
Pleasure talking to you.
Hey. Maybe Tino has something new to say?
What's going on?
So, how did your expedition to Jake's mine turn out?
Well, as you may or may not have heard, I didn't find the mine. But at least now I know where it isn't, which is just as good as knowing where it is. Sorta.
Hope I didn't.
In many ways, yes.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Okay. open what's closed, lead is the key. Lead is like something annoying. Lead, PB. Lead is the key, so like... Oh, is it just purple blue? PB? No. Okay, so how do I find out what the, like, lead code is? To open what's closed, lead is the key. Left pickaxe and lamp with fuel for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. And for silver, it was like a very specific... Oh, wait. River, map, projector, name. Give the dells an order. Go to Copper Gorge, pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. Oh.
Yes,
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
Yeah, there's a skeleton in there.
Well, there's the key. I'll never get that key at this rate.
Oop.
Gotcha.
Oop. There's grave bones in that grave. Oh, thank you. You think I'll need more of these? Whatever. It's RGB OYP.
CU.
I'm taking a picture of this just in case, because I don't want to write all of that down, but I don't know if it will be relevant or not. Oh, copper. What do you know? I guess I'll just
This indentation
open up
looks familiar.
this grave. Glad I took the picture. Copper is CU, I'm pretty sure.
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe?
Okay.
I need something that'll help me make sense out of all those lines. I need something that'll help me make sense out of all those lines.
Okay. Let's get the stuff from the chest here. Okay, so lead is red, left green. Orange, yellow, purple.
Well, here's Jake's lamp. Another slug. Could come in handy. But where's his pickaxe?
Welcome back.
Have you by any chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials JH carved into it?
Why?
Because it used to belong to Jake Hurley, and I really, really need it. I thought it would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that trunk open? Wait till I tell Cousin Alvin. He thinks he's so smart. As for that pickaxe, so happens I got it upstairs in my kitchen. Use it to open the coconuts Aunt Lucy sends me every year from Hawaii.
Do you think I could have it?
Why, no, you can't have it. How would I open them coconuts?
Hey, I could have just gotten you Charlena's autograph, but instead I got you an autographed picture, which is way better. You owe me.
Ah, okay. I'll let you have the pickaxe. After you do something for me.
As usual.
I got a bunch of taffy over there what needs sorting. Just follow the directions that are posted by the machine. Them belts get moving pretty fast, so you gotta keep your wits about you. While you're doing that, I'll fetch that pickaxe.
You got a deal.
Where is it?
Wax paper for the taffy. Would you mind if I took a piece of wax paper?
Guess I could let you have a piece.
Noted. How fun. Wish I could have this.
Yes, indeedy.
Okay.
Got that taffy sorted?
No problem. That was easy.
You sneak any freebies while you were at it?
Oh no, I would never do that.
Well, ain't you the goody two-shoes? Truth is, wouldn't have minded too much if you had, long as you fessed up to it. Here's the pickaxe. Cracked the handle pretty bad on the last batch of coconuts. You sure you want it?
Positive.
What can you do?
No, don't hurt yourself.
I won't. Thank you.
And I get... Oh,
Hello?
Hey, it's Frank.
it's Frank.
The diner playing short order cook.
Has that grandchild of Jake's engineer showed up yet?
Just came in with this lady who's even older than he is. And get this. He's a retired miner, so every time I finish an order and ring the pickup bell, he thinks it's the mine shaft elevator bell. And for some reason it makes him start telling his lady friend about his grandfather.
You mean you ring the bell and he starts talking about James Thurston?
Exactly. Of course, 5 seconds later, he's rambling on about something totally unrelated, but I just fill an order, ring the bell, and ding, he picks up right where he left off. That is, unless I fill the order wrong and the waitress chews me out. She's got a voice like a chainsaw. Very distracting.
Sounds like you better keep your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am. Just wanted to keep you posted.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Volcano burger. Onions, jalapenos, hot mustard, bacon, cheese. No, those are pickles. Jalapenos? Those aren't jalapenos, but okay. Hot mustard. Cheese. Ding.
So do you know what you want to order yet, Edna?
Lettuce, tomato, pickle, mayo.
Did I tell you that my granddaddy was the engineer on a private train owned by one of the richest men that ever passed through Copper Gorge? Jake Hurley was his name. Yes, sir, my granddaddy was Jake's private engineer. Yes, sir, Jake Hurley told my granddaddy things he never told another living soul.
I've got a tomato fruit jelly.
Edna.
I don't think so.
Camille was her name. Camille Boulet. That's French, you know.
Pineapple cheese
Well,
mayo.
she died so young that poor Jake didn't have time to tell her anything. According to my granddaddy, one summer day she had a dizzy spell and fell and hit her head. The way my granddaddy died,
He's
that's
gotta talk faster.
too. I ever tell you how
Everything minus the peas.
I don't think you did.
my daddy, he came home from school
Okay.
one day to find a railroad official telling his mom that Granddad been found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada. He was in the engine of Jake Hurley's train, just kind of slumped over with his hand still on the throttle. The strange thing is, nobody else was on board the train, yet the door to the engine was locked and barred. It was like Granddad was trying to keep someone out, like he was running from... I ever tell you about the mine my granddaddy said Jake Hurley'd found?
He found a mine?
Chef's choice. Pog.
Before he died, Granddad told my daddy, but the craziest thing Jake Hurley ever did was tell Granddad the secret to finding his mine. He made him swear to tell it to my daddy and nobody else. Eventually, my daddy, he told me, and it was so bizarre that I remember it to this day, though I sure don't understand how it'd help anybody find his mine. But since my daddy didn't tell me not to tell anybody, this is what crazy Jake Hurley told Granddad, word for word. The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared.
Okay.
Peridot rests at the foot of the mare?
No, I think I got it.
Sure that's what he said?
I'm positive.
Are you sure that's all he said?
No, that all makes sense to me.
I was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have time to. What you just heard is what I heard, word for word.
See you later.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Okay. I think I have everything for this. Pickaxe. The music is nice. It reminds me of Journeyman Project.
Okay, looks like that goes there. There, it should work now.
Okay. Tiger goes on the star. Your tiger's eye. Ooh. Yeah, let's look at all the things first. Your fish. Your bird mouth. You're an octopus. You're a horse. You're a starfish. So Zircon. Which one of you is Zircon? You're Tourmaline, you're Amethyst. Here's citrine. Oh, am I missing one? I am missing one. Okay, well. I think I might be missing zircon. Wrong way. Peridot goes on the horse. Tourmaline goes on the soft arm. Citrine goes on the foul mouth. Amethyst goes on the fish. I'm still missing a gem. Oh, I need to do that that rubbing. Actually. Okay, so I need to get to 2 for the eagle. Okay. Hmm. +1. Ah. Hmm. Seven, move the 2. 8, move the 10. Hmm. Ah, it's -1. -3. Hang on. 5. One, ah. Just don't don't get it. Like I get it. I just don't know how to make it work. Okay, well, let's do that rubbing and see if maybe we need like a different slug. Graveyard. Pencil. Purity, charity.
Wisdom,
Okay.
charity, purity, eternity.
Okay. I think we've gotten everything we need from town. Okay, I know what to do with this. Each of those were something in the sampler book. So we need to figure out what animal that is, and then, or like what symbol it is, and then what number that symbol translates to. Okay, so it was wisdom. Hang on. Wisdom, eternity, charity, purity. Purity is harp. Eternity is crown. Wisdom is probably the owl. And charity is the dove. The harp is 3. The crown is 6. The owl is 7. And the dove is 9. Okay. Which end of the train is that on again? Is that in the sleeping car? Okay. So it's 7963. Very nice.
More pipes.
More
Why am I not
pipes.
surprised?
There we go. And that. That.
That should do it.
Okay. I think that's the last pipe, and we should go turn on the steam. Nope, wrong way.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Okay, not all the steam pipes are connected. Is there one behind the eagle? I'm looking up the eagle solution because I'm going to just be here all day with trial and error. Let's train eagle. Okay. No, not Zoom. Find in page. Eagle. Six slugs are needed. Place 10 and 6 on any pan. Okay. I don't have 6. Where in the hell do we get 6? It's in the crypt. May I go? There we go. I don't know why I didn't have the arrow for a minute. Ah, boy. Okay. Now... Alright, 10, 6... Maybe I can do this now. There we go. Cool. Didn't even need to actually look it up. Oh, wrong room. No.
And naturally, we have still more pipes.
Ah, there. There we go, okay. Oh, hey.
There, that looks right.
Wonderful. I'm glad it doesn't immediately punish you if you do this without all of them. So what did that do? Oh, because I need water, right? Or something? For the, Okay, what could this word be? This earth. Tombstone projector. There's 4 words for you. I just don't know what that is. I also don't know what's up with the, with this. I see the word acid. Acidoo. Doodad. I mean, I see cyan. Goal. Salve. Nope, it has to be directly next to Slave. Saber. Cider. Nope. Star. No. Okay, I think that's enough for one night. Copper. Forge, 1 stone missing. I think we'll come back to this like tomorrow. This was fun though. Always enjoy playing a Nancy Drew. Alright, well, thank you all for joining me. I will see you all soon. Bye.